Well, joining me now, let's get some appropriate music on. Not sure about this music, I don't think it's got enough gravitas. Joining me now, a supreme group of women who plan to rule the waves and row across the prominent Pacific Ocean, raising breast cancer awareness and some serious dosh for charity while setting a world record at the same time. The Coxless crew aim to row an impressive, it's over 8,000 miles from San Francisco, USA to Cairns in Australia in one singular boat where they'll eat, sleep, row, repeat, eat, sleep, row, repeat, eat, sleep, row, repeat, all while at the mercy of the world's largest ocean. Let's add a bit of Cox to the Coxless crew because we're welcoming them into the studio. The fabulous foursome are Natalia, Laura, Emma and Izzy. Welcome to the show. Are you mad? Are you insane? Is this what happened? How on earth did you come up with this idea? But tell us, Susie, it's never been done before, Laura.
No, never been done as a fours team across the Pacific Ocean. So the biggest thing is that as a team of four, we're going to be out in the ocean for 6 months. So it's more about us four girls sticking together and working as a team to get across.
In the middle of the night, I was away with my son and I was thinking about you girls and I was thinking, because they're going to have a support boat. Mm-hmm. So they'll have a boat alongside them with all their food and supplies, and if things get a bit choppy, also for communication as well, and for sleep and for like pop over and have a shower, and they'll have a support crew, maybe 2 or 3 craft around them as they do it and photographing them, and that isn't happening, is it?
No. So we are. But yeah, we've got to be completely self-sufficient. So we look after our medical, we do our comms, we do any DIY, all of that stuff.
Now, I've seen pictures on Twitter of you practicing putting each other's arms in slings and things like that. One of you is a physio. Who's the physio here? So that is you, Laura. So you've got a physio on board. That's a pretty helpful person. Well, hopefully you won't need it, though.
Well, I was going to say, I'm hoping, I need to train these guys up because it'll be most probably me.
So tell us, I want some stats on this boat then. So the size of this boat, is it?
Well, our boat's called Doris,
yeah,
and she's 29 foot long and 7 foot wide. So she's got 2 positions where you can row. 2 of us will be rowing always at one time, and then the other 2 will be resting in our cabin. We've got 2 very small cabins. They're about the size of like a small 2-man tent.
Okay.
And in that cabin, we've got our chart plotter, our satellite communications. That's where we'll eat, and that's where we'll sleep in our 2 hours off.
Now, when I pictured you, I pictured the 4 of you sitting in a line, but you sit 2 of you side by side, 2 by 2.
Well, we are in a line. We're sort of behind one another.
Yes.
But there's only 2 of us running at one time.
I thought I'd seen pictures where you'd sit 2 of you by the side of each other and then 2 behind by the side of each other. Is that not right?
No.
Okay. Good job I'm not involved, Emma, isn't it? It's a good job. So you're in a line, 2 of you will be resting at one point. I mean, it's a long way, over 8,000 miles. How much do you hope to do each day?
It'll totally depend on what the weather's doing. So on a good day, when we've got currents with us and the wind blowing us along, then hopefully we'll make some really good progress. But if we get caught in any bad weather, then we might spend a day or 2 not going anywhere, really.
Now, when you say bad weather, what can you expect on the Pacific? Natalia, do you know? I mean, can there be big storms? Is that amongst your fears about this trip?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing about this expedition is that so much of it is unknown, and the weather being the weather, again, we just need to expect anything and be prepared for anything. So storms, I think, will be inevitable, but Doris is amazing. She self-rights, and we've done capsize drills so that we know she does self-right.
Okay, what do you do in a capsize drill then? How do you get her back up?
We literally go into the cabins, we batten down, and we ride the storm out.
Wow.
Yeah.
You women are incredible. I'm just full of
She's like a bit
wonder.
like a cork in a bathtub.
She's pink, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah, I've seen some brilliant pictures of her. Doris is involved in the donating as well, isn't she, Natalia? How do people donate? Because you're hoping to raise $250,000 for charity by doing this.
Yeah, that's the plan. And although we're going to be facing exhaustion, sleep deprivation, seasickness, unhealing wounds on our hands and our bums, it's nothing compared to what the women that are supported by our charities are facing. So they're the huge source of inspiration, and they're the people that need our support, really. So you can text Doris to 70300 to donate £3.
Okay, lovely. Doris to 70300 for breast cancer charity and other charities as well. Hopefully $250,000. You mentioned that. So how are you going to, with the eat, sleep, row, repeat, which I love? Firstly, what are you going to eat? It's going to have to be calorific and quick. Is that right? Izzy, what are you looking forward to eating the least or the most?
Well, so the bulk of our calories are made up from expedition foods, which are freeze-dried ration packs. So it's a bit like what a pot noodle looks like before you add the water. So we boil up water, we add it to that, wait 5 minutes, and then you've got your chili con carne or chicken tikka or whatever. So we'll have 3 of those a day and a pudding, and then
you get a pudding. Is it a dried pudding? Oh, I
Dried
like a dried
pudding.
pudding.
yeah, and then on top of that we've got our snack packs, so we'll just be eating lots of nuts and dried fruit and biscuits and chocolate and things like that.
No, 6 months is a long time. What are you going to miss the most? I mean, if any of you got other halves, have you got pets, have you just got beds that you love? I mean, Emma, what are you going to miss the most, do you think?
I think obviously like family and friends and seeing people that aren't these three, but also standing up, because we're not going to be able to stand up really for all the time that we're on the boat, and a hot shower, definitely.
No, Laura was like, what do you say? No, you do get on, you four, because it's a long time, isn't it? 6 months to be together. Is there some research going on as well about how this trip is going to affect your like cognitive behaviour and your bone density? It's not going to wear away your bones, is it? What's going on?
Yeah, no, there is. Yeah, so we are collecting research with GSK Human Performance Lab, and we're doing actually today. We leave here and we go and have a bone density scan. So we do that before we leave, and then we're getting them done in Hawaii again, and then when we get to Australia, when we get back in 6 months, because it is the thing of similar to like space, except we do have a bit of gravity obviously that we've got affected, but we're never on hard ground, so we've not got that impact. So there is that risk of 6 months at sea and in endurance of 4 females doing endurance over that period of time, and sleep deprivation, cognitive function, all of that stuff.
I've just got to ask, how are you going to have a wee? Is there a loo on board, Natalia?
Bucket and chuck it.
Really, a bucket and chuck it. So any sea creatures, don't get a dolphin, will you? It's poor dolphins. Will there be sea creatures? Are you worried about sort of a whale coming up to the surface? And
There's whales, there's giant octopus apparently, there's all sorts out
Great
there.
white
We might
shark.
discover,
Incredible. I love you all look booming and fit in your trackies. You've been training for a long time for this.
Yeah, I mean, the project's been going for about 3.5 years now, so it's about time we stop talking about it and crack on and do it.
Well, when I read all your little biogs, you like marathon runners, you like hiking, you like skiing, you know, you like endurance stuff. I was hoping there was one who was like, oh, there's Sue, she plays bridge, she enjoys baking, but you're all like these wonder women. I mean, it's a joy to meet you, and I'd love to chat to you after as well once you complete it, and we wish you just the best of luck. The Coxless crew, well done.
Thank you.